Hey, how the hell are you? It's the Tattooed Madman Psycho Mike, welcoming you to this edition of Masterz Of Mayhem Underground TV, coming to you from the palatial Masterz Of Mayhem Underground TV studios here on Cleveland's West Side. And on this edition of Masterz Of Mayhem Underground Television, here with the Tattooed Madman Psycho Mike, is band interviews number 2. Gonna have some cool interviews with Down, Superjoint Ritual, Brand New Sin, another one from Dez from Cold Chamber, Medication, Joe Bonamassa, Deadsy, and of course Cledus Judd. That's just interview number 2. Got one more coming up, but on this edition of Masterz Of Mayhem Underground TV, Interviewz edition number 2. Don't forget to check out Masterz Of Mayhem Underground TV's own host, me, in the twisted world of the Tattooed Madman of Professional Wrestling, Psycho Mike, my autobiography, right there on Amazon Books. Check it out. Do a quick search if you don't mind. Or if you don't like to read, check out the DVD that's available on called Masterz Of Mayhem Underground TV on Amazon Videos. So, let's get to these interviews. I want you to sit back, rip the top off a cold one, roll up a fatty, and enjoy this edition of Psycho Mike's Twisted World right here on Masterz Of Mayhem Underground TV.
Happy Cleveland, Psycho Mike here, man. Welcome to this edition of Masterz Of Mayhem. Hanging out with some of the members of Superjoint Ritual. I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves and we'll do a little talking with them.
Joe Fazio.
I play drums.
Okay. Philip H. Anselmo, I'll play the microphone.
Hank 3, play the bass.
Hi, brother. This one of the many side projects you have here, Phil, besides Down and Pantera and all these other ones. How's this tour going and what makes this band a little bit different than some of the others you've played in?
Well, the shows have been going fucking awesome, man. They're a little smaller than I guess I've been used to, but that's obvious because fucking Superjoint isn't that well known, you know, yet. But that'll change, you know, in time. But regardless of the size of the show, each night getting off on fucking playing the music and shit like that it's awesome, man. And the crowd feels it and they fucking get off on it. So it's all working out real well. And what was the second half of that question?
How about we'll just change it in the middle of it? You always got some decent musical company. Where are you finding some of these players you have?
It's my buddies, man, my partners.
You know some great musicians. I mean,
yes,
you got some talented people. I mean,
that sure has.
a nice little circle you have, brother. I mean, this album definitely has some crunch, man. Got some balls. I think you got crunch. You got some balls.
Superjoint always did, man. Superjoint Ritual, when we started that thing out probably around 93, 94, I guess we were under the influence of many different liquids and powders and candies and assorted trinkets and such not. We didn't really know, I think at the time, what we were doing, but it was coming out and we'd go home with these practice tapes and wake up the next day and go, God damn, man, listen to that shit. And until we recorded the first demo, we didn't really realize at all what the fuck we had. And then we had the first demo and it made a small circulation and everybody's like, fuck, how can I get a hold of this? What are you gonna do this and that with it? And that went on for fucking at least 8 years, you know? And in the meantime, we recorded probably like 2 or 3 other demos. And time being what it is, time finally granted us some fucking space to do the record, and shit, that was 2 years ago, and now time allotted us some time to fucking tour a little bit, you know, release the record, go out and jam for fucking, you know, bring this thing that we just, it really comes so natural to us as a jam session, you know, bring it out on the road to play for other people, as well as the album being available for people to hear, you know, like just your average fucker off the street, you know. I mean, you know, that feels real good, you know.
Feels good,
really
good.
good.
Okay, well, I hear a lot of different musical influences in your music. Can you guys tell me who some of your musical influences are?
With what? Superjoint Ritual?
For each individual member, I mean, who is your musical influences that get you and charge you up? I mean, who inspired you?
I'm endless, man.
Really?
I'm endless, you know. If it's good, it's good, you know. And there's a lot of good motherfucking music out there. I mean, there's a lot of bad music as well, but that's like football teams, you know. There's a lot of good football teams, there's a lot of shitty ones too, you know. It's like anything, any walk of life, good and bad. But another thing about music is it's a complete matter of taste, you know. To one person, something might be the greatest thing they've ever heard. To another, it might be like boring as fuck. So it's really up to individuals, you know, to decide what they like and what they don't like. But with Superjoint Ritual, I think the whole idea really initially came from when hardcore and heavy metal came together. Originally, back in the middle 80s, maybe even early 80s, to all you know, whatever, you know, the definitely the original part of it, you know, and that's what's inspired us the most, you know, and that's what we feel is complementary to what we do, you know.
Gotta ask you, where'd you come up with the name of the band?
Actually, there's a band called Dark Throne from Norway, and on their second record, one of their lyrics is the final Superjoint Ritual, and it struck me. I was like, God damn, you know, wow, you know, I liked it, you know, and we used it, you know, everybody else dug it too, so fucking, you know, it worked out. Except they're a black metal band, and Superjoint Ritual, the word within the word, you know, you can pull any connotation out of that you'd like to, you know.
Well, I seem to read pretty fun on the poster, and I was like, am I reading between the lines? Is it 420 all the time, or is it 840 you smoke twice as much?
420 real soon.
Yeah,
I just woke up, I'm ready to burn.
All right, well, let me get the hell off here. Let these guys I definitely appreciate you talking with me. Wish we got the other guys to talk up some more. I appreciate it. Thanks very much for your time. Guys, you guys definitely kick some ass. I got this, if you would, before we close, could you cue up this new video?
Yeah, that's Hank, that's Joe, I'm Philip. We're 3/5 of Superjoint Ritual, and this here video you're about to see is called Fuck Your Enemy. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There's no need to fear. Psycho Mike is here. Psycho Mike, he's my hero.
Well, I'll tell you what, they just don't get any more psycho than Psycho Mike. Well, that boy ain't right.
From Hell's Kitchen, New York, he is wrestling's original psycho, as well as wrestling's tattooed madman, Psycho Mike! Hey, Cleveland, you all know Maria from MMS.
And we know Psycho Mike. You're watching Masterz Of Mayhem.
Every Monday at 7 p.m. and every Friday afternoon at 1. Stay tuned. You never know who you're going to see on Masterz Of Mayhem or what you're going to hear on MMS.
I like that. Thank you. That was...
Hey Cleveland, check it out. Psycho Mike here, back with Masterz Of Mayhem, and I'm hanging out with Dez from Cold Chamber, one of my favorite bands. Anyway, Dez, we've already interviewed you before on a previous show, but I want to ask you some questions that we didn't get to ask you on the last one. So I want to start with, where the hell are you coming from? Where are you hailing from?
Where am I hailing from? Coming from Los Angeles, California. The band's from Hollywood, and we formed in about '96. Me and Yeeks found each other. Started another project called She's in Pain. She was in pain. Put her to rest, and then that's it. Now the rest is, Cold Chamber history.
Okay. Who's some of your musical influences?
I mean, everything from Black Flag to Pantera to, Judas Priest to Black Sabbath to old school Circle Jerks to, Rob Zombie to, White Zombie, I should say. Always, man. I love everything I listen to, like from Billie Holiday to black metal. That's like my, in essence, man. That's cool.
So, all right, we switch it up. Well, he's got folders and albums of CDs, so I'm going to ask you what's on the CD player now.
Move this stuff. Right now I'm listening to Hank Williams III. And
that's just CDs. And he's got books he brings home with him.
And you're reading Aleister Crowley, Magic Without Tears. Pretty good. It's a bunch of letters written to him, and I just like to check out everything, all religions.
Right. Now I'm going to ask you 2 questions about the band. Are anything different with the personnel change? With Raina gone, taking care of the baby, there's a personnel change. Is there any change in the music?
I will say this. She has a much more aggressive feel on stage live. Nadia does. So really, to bring her in added a really refreshing essence to us, and another characteristic that was like, we all like to be torturous on stage, and so she ended up being that person. And really, I'm very fond of her. Yeah, I'm real fond of Nadia. So
that's cool. I mean, I've got to see her, which we'll see tonight, and I'm sure I'll be impressed because she's got a very good choice of musicians behind you.
If you watch her, watch how she grips her bass. She's gripping it. She's not just kind of just playing it. She's beating it up. Yeah, and I like that. She's kind of musician's musician. That's the way I feel.
She's great. The music. Well, you want to tell me a little bit about Dark Days? Which is your new CD, by the way.
Dark Days came out about a month ago. Maybe a little longer. Doing really well. It took us about 2.5, 3 months to actually physically do the music, because we were all doing it separate. None of us were in there together ever.
Well, that makes it a bit hard, doesn't it?
And Cold Chamber isn't that band. We don't really hang out together. Cool. I mean, like for instance, right now we have 2 buses. I live on my own bus with a certain amount of crew, and they live on their bus with a certain amount of crew, and that's just how we do things. And that kind of makes the music what Cold Chamber is. We never get together in a room and kind of drink beer and write. They send me songs, I send them, we get together, and by the time we do that, there's either no wasted time or we haven't gotten the essence of the beer drinking buddy band thing. But we just don't do that. It's not our thing.
You can't tell by the music. Music sounds like you're all locked into and just jamming.
Well, we are with what we do. That's because we let the different aspects of our life and characteristics of our personalities stay the hell away from each other until it's time to do the music.
And then once you get on stage,
right,
it's good.
Right, and it's got to be that way. It's good.
As from Leonard Skinner with the Money Band today, used to like feel the stage burn, man.
That's it, and that's our thing too. We do 6 nights a week most of the time. So a lot of the bands that are on our tours with us, you see them after like 3 weeks, and they're like, I can't take it anymore. We're like, get going. You got 2 more months left. Of this kind of shit.
You're twice this year already. We've seen you first at the Jägermeister tour.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good time.
That was a packed house.
That was a good time.
A lot of good bands on that bill. I mean, you guys are. Since I brought it up, since you're always on the road, you got any kind of good road stories you want to share?
Road stories. We've had a lot of road stories. I mean, when we were in an RV, we had our driver fall asleep at the wheel and almost kill us. When we had our first bus. Literally our first bus picked us up in Los Angeles. We drove to Arizona. We went to sleep in the truck stop. We were supposed to wake up in Texas in the morning, and our driver, God bless his soul, Richard, died in the truck stop. Our first bus ever. So, I mean, road stories go back, 6 years, but,
I heard bits and pieces. That's where that's where you hooked up with the Osbournes, isn't it?
That's where we hooked up with the Osbournes. We were on the phone with Sharon and Ozzy, and they were like, we got to get you out of the desert. We were sitting in the desert.
Thank you.
So, yeah. And I love that family. So, but I mean, road stories, they go far and deep with this band.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's some cool stories.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm going to ask you one more question. Is there any new tattoos you want to talk about? I'm definitely a tattoo fan. I used to do them.
Paul Booth?
Oh, definitely. Paul Booth. There you go.
The master of all
I got a Geiger here that I colored in, which I just made a mess up.
Yeah, see, we put them both like together.
Exactly.
Paul Booth.
Cool. You want to plug your artist?
Paul Booth. Paul Booth out of New York City. Probably take you about 3 years to get a appointment, but it's well worth it, and not only that, he's a really nice guy. So,
Well, I want to thank you very much. I wish you luck.
Thank you, brother.
Dark days.
Thank you, brother.
I know it's going to be successful. You guys kick my ass. I enjoy it. My family enjoys it.
Nice.
So that's strange. That's a good thing, man.
Well, we appreciate
Make it
coming
a family
on.
thing.
Yeah, we love the support, man. Rock and roll should be a family thing, that's for sure.
Dude, the family that rocks together stays together.
That's true. I got a 4-year-old son, and he wakes up to Pantera and stuff, so he loves it, and he puts it on. And we'll cry if he can't find his CDs, and the CD he's looking for is Acid Bath, and it's like, oh, that's good.
Well, we just interviewed Phil about a week ago with Superjoint. I was surprised. He wouldn't grant one to MTV, but we were a little show in Cleveland.
Of course,
Minnesota.
He's all about the fanzine and all about that.
Yeah,
He's been one of my best friends for like 5 years, man.
Good people.
One of my best friends, and good guy.
When he came through the town, though, he was a little bit gray. I mean,
every time I see that band, Down or Superjoint, I fucking can't. I lose my mind because the musicianship and everything going on there is nothing like what's happening now.
Actually, it's back to old school, sort of. I mean, the way it should be.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, brother. You're watching Masters of Mayhem. 3, 2. This is Des from Coal Chamber. You're watching Masters of Mayhem.
Allow me to introduce you to the best old-fashioned sub shop on the planet. DeBella Subs. It's a tasty thing. I recommend the Dagwood Sub. Treat yourself to the best. DeBella Subs.
Think broad strokes. Really allow the line value to create the form, and keep your arm loose. Really stay relaxed. Stay focused and really concentrate on the structure within the page. Don't be afraid to include some of the background to give it the depth that the figure needs to pop out from the space.
Hey, Cleveland. Psycho Mike here. Back with Masterz Of Mayhem, hanging out with Whit from Medication. That's right. I'm going to ask him a few questions. He's the lead singer of the band. He plays the microphone. That's right. Actually, you want to tell me a little bit about the band? You've got some pretty potent players in it.
We got Logan Mater, stage left, playing the guitar. We got B Blunt, stage right, playing the other guitar. And then we got Kyle, if you pan over there, doing I don't know what he's doing, playing the bass. And then as far as the drummer stool has been concerned, we've had a couple different cats.
Okay. I want to talk to you about, you played in some pretty big bands, along with some of your band members, but you played in The Life of Agony and Ugly Kid Joe.
Yes.
Both pretty kick-ass bands, and now you're in Medication.
Right.
What's up?
All led here.
All led to here, okay.
You know?
What?
Yes.
All roads lead to Medication.
So far, yeah.
And a great new album called Prince Volume.
You like that?
For the diazepam lovers in all of us. I went a little deep, sorry.
That's good, dude.
Yeah, okay. How's the tour going, man?
It's neat. We originally went out for like a month by ourselves, and just
You didn't come by Cleveland.
No, I don't think we did, but we went by ourselves, like wherever we went.
How'd that go?
That was, it was good, but it wasn't like we're playing like anywhere from 20 to 60 people a night because we're brand new. So this tour, we're on tour with Coal Chamber right now, and American Head Charge, and Lollipop Lesto, and these gigs are amazing. You're
playing a nice response, getting that name out there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's absolutely back of the line, but I love what I do.
Exactly.
I absolutely love it. So.
Okay, since you brought up you love music, what gets you off? What kind of music gets you off? Who's some of your musical influences?
For rock and roll, I grew up on Black Sabbath and AC/DC, Judas Priest, Van Halen, whatever. But as far as I love Cat Stevens, I love Annie Lennox, Kate Bush.
Yeah, we sound like twin sons from different mothers there, because I'm a very electric guy.
Al Green, So I mean, I like a lot of different. I like whatever music happens to make me feel good. I think I used to be a little more just strictly heavy metal when I was a kid. At 15 years old, AC/DC was Bon Scott.
Hair bands.
I don't know. Look at this Mr. Logan Mater right now. All right. Let's go ahead and sit down, man. Have a seat.
Yeah, don't forget the ribbon.
This is our illustrious guitar tech, and he works for Cool Chamber, and sometimes he tunes Logan's guitar into the Cool Chamber tuning. Which sounds nice. It's a total original sound. I love it.
First time it's mistakes, second time it's jazz.
Okay, that was jazz, isn't it?
Change the music question up on you a bit. Who's on the CD player now?
This is a DVD player.
Okay, DVD player.
It's a movie called Cool Hand Loop.
Yep, it's in the 80s, man. Happy Hard-Boiled Egg.
Yeah. Did you see that? It's today is the day after 4th of July, and so it had a bunch of silly things on CNN. And it had did you see the hot dog eating competition? The kid from Japan ate 50 hot dogs and a half.
50 and a half,
Look at big man. He had a hot dog every 7 seconds.
He's really little.
Did you see the size of the man that he beat? The little dude was from Japan.
For me.
And he stuffed 50 and a half hot dogs in his face, and that was it. And then the big man, 6'5", like a big dude, made you look like a midget. And he only ate like 29 hot dogs or something. So I mean,
Tim got that one last year. Tim got that one last year, I think.
Yeah, he won last year.
Last year.
Yeah, but he's averaging a hot dog every 7 seconds. Shit.
that's crazy.
That's, I don't want to be Ronnie when he shits. That's going to be a horrible thought. Right to hate Bill. How has your music changed since you've been from Ugly Kid Joe to Life of Agony to Medication? Has it changed? Do you feel has it changed with your writing?
I've changed.
Has anything changed?
I mean, I don't know. In '92, when I'm sitting in Santa Barbara drinking keg beer, skateboarding around Santa Barbara, I didn't have, I wasn't. That's all I knew. So in 10 years, I've absolutely traveled around the world and experienced a lot of cool stuff. And I think I probably have a bigger wealth of experience to draw from. You understand? As far as lyrics and like.
More than just sitting in the backyard. That's why it's got a lot deeper, right?
Yeah. I think it's
you grow.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a little more peripheral. Reality.
Okay, since you brought up a long time on the road, come on, you got to give me one good road story before we close.
A road story?
Yeah, you got to have hundreds of them. You know you do.
That's true.
But it could be something. It could be drunken debauchery. It could be whatever you want to tell me, bro.
A road
if you don't want to
story?
give me a road story, that's cool too. But I figure all the time you have on the road, just got to be at least one good one.
I'm gonna move from this scene. We'll put Logan right here, and he can tell you if he feels like the England story where he folded me up like a pretzel. Oh, by the way, every now and then I fall off the wagon. Yeah.
I think we all do, bro.
Yeah, but very rarely. And Logan was there to witness it.
Okay, Logan, for Medication.
I'm not the best storyteller, but so we were doing a press tour in England, and I was sleeping, and somehow I woke up. I got food poisoning in Spain the day before, so I was sleeping all day. Then I woke up at like 1 in the morning, and I come down to the bar and with some Irish guys, thinking he can drink them under the table, and no, they were Scottish guys that I knew from before. That was a mistake. Yeah. They took him down. Really? Yeah. So
They tuned him up.
Closed the bar. I lost his passport, but the nice guy working in the bar there, he was like running the hotel and the bar, so he put his passport away, and then he calls me up in my room and says, "Your friend, he's passed out. We need to put him in his room. We'll find his room and put him in. He's on the floor. I can't pick him up. It's too heavy. He's dead, passed out." So I go and find him, and there he is, like just completely out. And we try to pick him up. Me and this little guy. And put him in a little elevator. In England, the elevators are like this big for one person, and there's 3 of us in there. And we stick him in. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. We put him in like this, and his legs up like this, folded in half like that. 3 of us in an elevator made for one. Go up to the wrong room. He goes, "I thought it was 301. No, it's 201 or 203. And he was right in front of his own door. He was passed out in front of the door of his room, and he just couldn't get in, I guess, so he just went to sleep there. So we didn't even need to put him in the elevator and take him anywhere. So get back in, but this time he was kind of like standing up, kind of. So we didn't have to fold him up.
Kind of.
And then he starts coming to, and he wants to party more, and I'm pushing him into his room, and pushing him on his bed, and he was that was it.
That's a cool story, man. That's a very cool story. Thank you very much for sharing, man. All right, I want to thank these guys very much for talking with me. I want you to check out Prince Volume. Yeah, oh boy. Medication. Prince Volume's the name of their CD. It's on Locomotion Music.
Locomotive, the Crazy Train.
The Crazy Train? Yeah. Okay. Check them out when they come here. You'll see them again, and here comes their video. Check it out.
Amazing.
Dude, I like the line where he
sort of kind of stood up.
Inside, hey, what's up? My name's Whit, this is Logan from Medication, and this is our video. It's entitled Inside. Alright.
Gift of Dove. Are you looking for an original, unique gift idea that makes everyone smile on any occasion? Gift of Dove has the perfect gift. A customized bobblehead made with your favorite photo. Customized bobbleheads, they're superheroes, sports, kids, weddings, couples, fashionista, and many more to choose from. Just check out giftofdove.com and choose a 100% custom bobblehead for the perfect gift. Check out giftofdove.com.
Here's Johnny.
This is Techno Destructo, arch enemy of Quar, subtly controlling your mind through Masterz of Mayhem in Cleveland.
Cleveland, Psycho Mike. We're back on Masterz Of Mayhem, hanging out backstage with one of my new favorite bands, Brand New Sin. Hanging out with Joe and Chris. I'm going to ask a couple questions. Can I start off with where you guys based out of?
We're from Syracuse, New York. Born and raised pretty much, and that's where we call home when we're not on the road.
Are we doing a lot of touring this time?
Right now, yeah, we've been busy pretty much, since, been off and on the road since about the middle of March, and we plan on, just staying busy for the next year or so. Show after show after show after show.
This album definitely moves. Great new video, brand new, My World, touches my heart. I'm sure that's a lot of people get great response for it. Really awesome. Yeah, badass. Who are some of you guys' musical influences?
Obviously all the way back into the 70s with, Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner and all the brothers, all the way up to the 80s with Metallica and Slayer and so on and so forth there. And then in the 90s, now it's COC, Black Label Society, and other sorts.
I've always been into like ZZ Top and like Black Sabbath, classic rock like that. I was wicked into Metallica for the longest time, like Danzig. Rock and roll, stuff like that.
Okay, you guys have been on the road for a long time. You guys have any road stories to share? Drunk debauchery, is there something?
I don't know, I was trying to figure out which one you want.
This one popped into your head.
Well, the one that's fresh in our mind is we played Youngstown, Ohio, on doing a couple dates on the way out to meet up with them. We went to Manchu and played a place out there, Maggot Mickey, and the promoter said, "Kiss my wife." Yes. I don't care if we ever play Youngstown, Ohio again, I could care less. The guy got drunk, we didn't do nothing that day, we were nothing but nice to the guy. We do the show, we didn't run over time, we didn't do nothing. And then our tour manager goes in at the end of the night to get paid. And he goes in, and all our tour manager goes to him, he's like, not bad turnouts, man. Yeah. Just started laying into him about us, about, how many people came to see you guys, nobody, how many CDs you just sell. We sold like 7, 8 CDs, so like, I'm surprised you sold that many, because you guys really you should learn how to write songs, you should learn how to, do this, you should learn how to do this. I've been in this music industry for 20 years, you guys are going to be nothing but a flash in the pan and nothing more than a direct support act, your whole life's, because you should really listen to what you guys do, because it
sort of sounds like wrestling promotion. We get a full house of music, we're all in it too, you see, so we can take that.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like dude, what the hell do you do? It's like, all he came in there is just get paid. If you got your opinion, you don't like this.
You guys gotta come through Cleveland. I got a couple questions about Cleveland. I see you like 252 tattoo.
Yeah.
Who? I would talk to Ron, I talked to James, and they're both like, I bought the CD to them, like, The lead singer from Whitmore. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Makes sense now. Okay. The band that these guys, you know, that came from, you know, what became this band was a band called Gobble. They were really good friends for all the guys from Whitmore. Human Fairness actually did tattoo this Slider's Ace Ruby tattoo on his left arm. So, you know, like thank everybody that, you know, put ink on our bodies.
You guys impressed the shit out of me, man. I'm definitely impressed by your music. Let's pause for a second.
It's a symbol that my father, he used to put on his motorcycles. He used to go out and like, buy an old Harley, strip it down to the frame, and buy all the new parts or make them, and build these custom bikes from like the ground up. He used to put the pig on them as like a, just like a, I mean, kind of like a signature.
You know, it was like his dance like it.
And he passed away in '99, and I remember when we were trying to think of a name for the band, I wanted to have something like, that would kind of explain the sound, and, you know, we came up with a name, but we wanted to have like something to kind of,
you can recognize, like
something you can kind of like a logo like that actually explains the sound.
You don't even have to see the name on the logo. Eventually, you'll be able to see the pig, and you'll be able to like,
Snakes on my car brown. The pig is on my car brown. All right, now, we were sitting here convinced before we started taping. Now, I come up with a different band when we throw them together. Okay, what would you call? I call your music sort of like, to me, it's Down meets Leonard Skinner. That you said, what was it?
Metallica means Leonard Skinner.
Yeah, Metallica means Leonard Skinner. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, it's the sound you guys. I love it. I know most of Cleveland does. Dude, if I like it, most of Cleveland does. I definitely appreciate your time, having your opportunity. We drove to Detroit, Cleveland. We made the trip, man. Masterz Of Mayhem made the trip.
Oh, everybody in Cleveland will be back soon, you know.
Thank you.
4, 3, 2.
What's up? I'm Ken.
This is Joe.
This is Chris.
We're from Brand New Sin. You're watching Masterz Of Mayhem from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
You gotta, ciabatta, crunchy, cheesy deliciousness. Bite it, don't fight it, the new pizza fix. Pizza Pan has a brand new plan. Buy a ciabatta, get 2 free, man. Zesty flavor in your mouth today. Pizza Pan ciabatta is here to stay. You got a ciabatta? You got a ciabatta.
Each personal-sized ciabatta pizza, $3.99. Buy one, get 2 free. Only at Pizza Pan.
You got a ciabatta? You got a
Hey, what's happening, Cleveland? Psycho Mike here, welcoming you to this edition of Masterz Of Mayhem, wrestling, music, and chaos. Tonight's show is going to be music. Of course, they've heard of one of these famous guitars that have been done by hanging around here in Cleveland. Anyway, on this edition, we're going to have an interview, a video, and a live shot with Joe Bonamassa, guitar wizard. You'll see him later this month here in Cleveland with B.B. King. We're also going to have an interview with Deadsy, not actually Deadsy, but one of the members, and that is Elijah Blue, which is Cher's son. We're going to have an interview with him as well, and a video, and also an interview with Cledus T, Judd, and a video, and surprises as well. So I want you to sit back, rip the top off a cold one, and enjoy this week's edition of Masterz Of Mayhem, wrestling, music, and chaos. Hey Cleveland, Psycho Mike here, we're back, hanging out, just watching Joe Bonamassa, hell of a guitar, just watch him do a blazing set. We're going to ask him a few questions. Joe, can you tell me where you hail from?
I'm originally from upstate New York, but I live in New York City right now. So that's
New York City. All right, Cleveland, we're also going to ask him who's some of your musical influences.
Oh, my favorite singer, songwriter, and guitar player is Eric Clapton. Clapton I love, Jeff Beck, you know, Paul Rogers, obviously, and there's a whole bunch of old school guys, you know.
If you listen to his music, Cleveland, you'll hear Hendrix, you'll hear Clapton, you'll hear Jeff Beck, you'll hear a lot of guitars, you'll even hear Stevie Ray. Stevie Ray's not dead, he's in Joe Bonamassa's body. He just don't know it yet. All right, Joe, what's next for you? Are you recording any new music?
We have a new record coming out August 13th. It's a brand new studio record. It's the follow-up to A New Day Yesterday. And It's very excited about it. A lot of good songs on there, and we played some tonight. They seem to like them. We have this new live disc that just came out. It's a live DVD and a CD that go along with the new day yesterday. So there's just so much stuff with my name on it, I can't even keep track. But it's cool, yeah. Hey.
So, all right, you're doing the tour for the next month or so with Bad Company and Foreigner. What's next for you?
After Bad Company Foreigner, we're doing a headline tour in July, and then we're out with B.B. King and George Thorogood in August. So
talking about some guitar wizards. Yeah. There's going to be 3 on stage that night. All right, I want to thank Joe Bonamassa very much for his time.
Dude. You rock,
Thank you very much. See you in Cleveland. You see Joe Bonamassa anywhere, in town, out of town, check him out. You will not be disappointed. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, dude. Rock.
Man, Psycho Mike with one of the great wrestling fans.
Hi, my name's Branya. You'll find girls like me watching Masters of Mayhem Wrestling.
Yeah. Hey, this is the tattooed madman Psycho Mike with some wrestling fans.
Hi, my name's Branya. You'll find girls like us watching
Masters of Mayhem Wrestling. Yeah. Please.
All right, what's up? This is Funeral for Yesterday by Kitty.
Okay.
What's up? This is Morgan. And this is Mercedes. And we are one half of Kitty, and you're watching Masters of Mayhem.
I got a couple of questions on that.
Go.
This is Ashley Ballbreaker. This is Angie. This is Jenny. And you're watching Masters of Mayhem.
This is Canadian Crusher Brian Boucher, and I want you to watch Masters of Mayhem Wrestling on the Cleveland Public Access near you and see me kick some butt.
What's up? I'm Trevor from the band Unearthed. You're watching Masters of Mayhem. Check out our new video, Sanctity Brothers, right here, right now.
Cool. That was fantastic.
You weren't so bad yourself.
Yeah, excuse me for a second here.
Do you mind if I put on some music?
Go right ahead. Hey, wait, not that one.
What's wrong?
No, not that one. Didn't I tell you? Cover yourself. Jesus, cover yourself.
Psycho Mike here, welcome you to this edition of Masters of Mayhem, hanging out with one of the members of Deadsy, Exetor, or Elijah, if you want to talk to him. I'm going to ask him some questions about the band. Nice meeting you, and welcome to Cleveland.
Good to be here, man.
Okay, will you give me a little bio on the band, like where you're from?
Yeah, well, we're from all over. I mean, the core of the band, we actually met in school on the East Coast, up in New England. But we have members from 2 of the members are from North Carolina. Our drummer's from Santa Monica, and I myself am from Los Angeles. But I kind of grew up all over, so we got kind of both coasts covered with all the members of the band. And the band's kind of been around since it was officially kind of, the demos were made in 1995, and we went through several kind of incarnations or whatever. So this actual most recent lineup and this record and whatnot is and the vision of the band is about 3 years old, and obviously our signing with DreamWorks is relatively new. So we like to look at it as the band's gone through a couple different phases, and this is the newest phase.
Exactly. I was going to ask you, who is some of your musical influences? I know who your parents are, but who's some of your musical influences?
My musical influences are ranged from just all the stuff I grew up listening to: Sabbath, Bowie, bands like Roxy Music. I grew up listening to a lot of death metal. Bands like Deadsy, Cannibal Corpse, Suffocation. So I kind of have a well-rounded. I like to look for all the greatest acts and all the different genres of music, anywhere from the singer-songwriter stuff. So different phases of my life, there's been different kinds of music. So I guess, I think Deadsy encapsulates wherever the band is at currently with all of our influences, and we're always looking for new things, So we're influenced by music, but we're also influenced by lots of things: culture, movies, books, literature, history, So I think it's kind of it's a big melting pot of all our interests.
I hate to be critical. That's the best answer I've ever gotten for that question.
Thanks.
All right. What was, change it up on you, what's on the CD player now?
The CD player now is actually, we've been listening to the new Bowie album. Heathen.
That's not a bad
Yeah,
album.
it was the first album with Tony Visconti. He's a producer from the 70s.
One of his original.
Yeah, totally. It's really good.
Okay, could you give me a little bit of bio on some of your other band members so we can let them know who they are?
Yeah, well, on Zetar is Carlton Negladon, who's actually sitting right over there. And on bass we have Creature. I play vocals and guitar. Dr. Nurs on synthesizers, and Alec Pure is on drums. And you know, that's Dr. Nurs right now. Sorry, Jesus. Sorry about that.
Sorry. Excuse me.
So basically, you know, it's all the different members kind of represent a different, you know, pillar of society or humanity that we thought we want to use as kind of like cornerstones. So there's war, academia, leisure, science, medicine, horror, and I'm sorry, leisure, science, medicine, war, academia, and
I missed that day of school.
Academia, leisure, horror, war, science, medicine.
Sorry about that. Yeah,
Glad somebody remembered it. Cool.
So basically, yeah. So we kind of just, you know, it's almost like whatever we're creating is the map, and then that is always like a legend. So there's like a kind of a constant. So you know, this album's chapter 1, and then you know chapter 2, and hopefully chapter 3 and whatnot. Each album kind of succession will, you know, it's kind of like exactly. It's a saga. It's like a saga series.
Okay. How's this tour going, and are you guys doing any surprises in the set, or have you even started any new music? Yes, the album is new that you have out, but you got anything in the can yet?
Oh yeah, well we already got the whole concept for the next album and some tunes to boot. We're working on stuff constantly. We're trying to get more into like a productive pace out here on the road of being prolific. You know, Jonathan Davis travels with a full studio, and we are on Elementary Records, which is his label through DreamWorks. So you know we're constantly, you know, trying to use that time and be productive and prolific, and also obviously have songs for B-sides and movies and whatnot, so that, you know, there's our album, but we're also supplementing new songs into culture too, to kind of help the album and to just show that we're kind of attacking on all fronts.
Well, you'll be hearing their song that they did a remake of the Rush song Tom Sawyer. That is what you heard opening the show up. Which is a very cool remake.
Thanks, man.
Definitely did it justice. Actually did it better, but I don't want to have any hard feelings over that. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Is there anything that you'd like to plug, or anything you'd like to say?
I mean, I'd like to plug the record. Deadsy
Please do.
In stores now, selling like hotcakes.
So I have to give away here shortly too.
Yeah, and so you know, I think it's nice that our band is kind of exists on the outer rim and isn't really part of any sort of movement or you know, genre bands, that we're just kind of don't have to live and die by the life of a certain genre, because obviously those come and go every day.
It's a very cool album.
So basically, you know, that we don't have to adhere to any of that, and hopefully once we establish this band, you know, we can just kind of constantly be this little special
Pave your own
thing.
area, man. Pave your own way.
Exactly.
It's really cool, man. I want to thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Check out this album. Check out this video. Matter of fact, you want to cue up your video?
The Key to Gramercy Park by Deadsy.
Hey, can somebody get that, huh?
Excuse me, Shorty. We've heard that people want less fat in their diets. How has this impacted your menus?
What? Somebody's been messing with the menus again? God damn it! That lamination's not cheap, you know. Teenager came in here last month and wrote Big Harry in front of all the items with a ballpoint pen. Big Harry patty melt. Big Harry hot dog. But that was just one menu. Of course, I only got 3. Hey, now you say somebody's packing them?
No, I mean impacting.
What?
Never mind.
Goddamn impact. What is he coming here, impact? Sounded like a damn comic book or something. I don't know what the hell he's trying to get to do. Less fat in their diet and shit.
And now.
Hey, Cleveland. Psycho Mike here. Trying to hold old Cledus T. Judd down here. Going to do a little talking to him. Hey, Cledus, who's some of your musical influences?
Musical influence. Wow, let's see, that'd probably be Weird Al, for sure, you know. Gotta go with Weird Al. That's kind of what got me into it, you know. I heard a song he did back in the early 80s and kind of went out and bought it just on the spot. Heck, I never thought 20 years later I'd be compared to the guy
that's pretty cool.
Okay. All right, let me change it up. What's on the CD player now?
Let's see. On the CD player in my car right now is Kid Rock.
Rock Cocky.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I see something in the future there, maybe.
You know, we did of course the Plowboy thing, and I don't know what we'd do off this new one. I've been listening pretty close, so I can kind of get a feel of what's going on in his world. We may do another one.
We had a great response. We hear your Plowboy video, but we also made a Plowboy video of our own. It's with Cater.
Yeah.
And you see it on there. Gave you a copy. Hope you let me know what you think of it.
I'll absolutely watch it when we get on that bus going back home.
Okay. I'd like to know how's the CD going for you?
CD is good. Cledus T's out there. Debuted in the top 20. Been there ever since it came out about 5 weeks ago. Getting ready to shoot another video in a few weeks. Saw a great day to be a guy, I think it's going to be. So looking forward to that. And that was going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it.
Well, we just had a CD giveaway 2 weeks ago on the show with your CD, and they blew up the phone lines. We had a great response. And my personal favorite off that is A Man of Constant Borrow.
Yeah, little rap.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's my favorite off that CD.
We may do a video on that one. I don't know.
That's a good response.
I would probably think so.
Okay, what's next for you, Cledus?
Well, we're just going to finish up the B&D tour. We're working on an album right now, Christmas album that comes out, for Christmas in November sometime called Cledus' Christmas Ball. So, take that anywhere you want to. So that was going to be fun. Looking forward to that. Get that one done. And we probably won't start doing another record until next spring sometime.
What the hell are you going to come to Northeastern Ohio? Headline.
Do our own little thing. We're going to finish up this tour, and then we're going to reevaluate all the places that we've been and start all over and come back and do all these on our own.
Yes, so you're about to.
I'm due to come back on our own.
Here to with an MC, so.
Yeah, we're just trying to build a fan base. They come back starting maybe next spring. Maybe go out on our own.
Okay, on your new video we've been airing, it's got it's got Rena Marrow.
Exactly.
Zabel from the WWF. What was she like?
She's a sweetheart. A lot of fun. Her and her husband Mark were super nice. Trying to be bad, and they were just sweethearts. They really helped me a lot too. So they're very sweet people.
You got a twisted mind, Cledus. It's a beautiful place.
She wasn't bad to look at.
That's a nice eye candy right there. Okay, I got one more question for you. Which one, out of all your videos, which one's your favorite? And don't give me the new one.
I can know.
Okay.
Well, Shania was mine since it was my first one. That was like the one that started it all. But I tell you, man, one of the best ones was Every Night in the House Alone.
That's my personal favorite. There's not a funnier video out there. There's not a funny one out there.
And it won a couple of awards too. So that was pretty fun to do that. That's probably my favorite.
All your videos are actually very comical. You had some other wrestlers in it. The Godwin, that's it.
Yeah.
Now that's a few years back. WWF guys.
That's it. I don't know what they're doing now.
I haven't heard nothing about them.
Rehab somewhere, probably.
No doubt. Well, I want to thank you very much, Cledus. Oh, by the way, I want to tell you how's Mama. Actually, how's Mama?
Mama's doing great. Talk to her every day. I haven't talked to her today, but I'll catch her on the bus in a minute. She's doing good so far. Thank you for asking.
Well, I want to should have started off with this welcome you here to Cleveland, even though.
It's good to be here.
That's it. We got some good people in Cleveland. Just some of the things that we do here is crazy. Like everywhere in the world, though.
Come to Georgia and see how we do it. We're backwards too, so.
I'd like to thank Cledus T. Judd for twin sons from different mothers. Thank you very much, Cleveland.
See ya.
Now, if I get a couple still, I'll make it.
Alright, people, shit's getting real. I was outside here a while ago, and this crackhead girl come walking up the driveway here. Walks up, kind of snuck up on me, scared me a little bit. And she told me that she'd give me a blowjob and a donut for a roll of toilet paper. Well, I guess she come off the parkway, I don't know, but when she left, she went right over there between Matt's fence and the barn and was headed over towards Justin's house. So I just warning y'all, it's getting crazy around here.
Hey, this is the tattooed madman Psycho Mike. And if you don't want to get locked in a mental ward with me, you'll click like and hit subscribe now. Rah!